The trap of justification. Have you ever noticed how much energy you spend trying to make sure everyone understands your life? We spend hours rehearsing arguments in the shower, crafting long texts to justify our choices, and feeling a pit in our stomach when someone disagrees with our personal path. Most of us were raised to be polite, which we've misinterpreted as accountable to everyone. But here is a hard truth. When you over-explain, you aren't actually communicating. You're negotiating for permission to be yourself. Today, we're breaking down the 7 specific areas of life where explanations go to die. We're going to talk about why silence is your greatest power move and how life gets infinitely easier the moment you stop asking for a vote on your personal boundaries. Area 1. Why I don't drink. Let's start with something incredibly common. The drink. For years, if I said no to a drink, I felt the need to provide a medical history or a fitness manifesto. Oh, I'm doing a 30-day challenge, or I have a big meeting tomorrow. But notice what happens when you give a reason. You give the other person a hook to argue with. If you say, I have a meeting, they say, oh, just one won't hurt. If you say, I'm on a diet, they say, it's a cheat day. People push because they want you to justify their own choices. If you don't drink, it holds up a mirror to their habits. You don't owe anyone a breakdown of your liver health or your morning routine. I just don't is a closed door. It is respectful, firm, and final. Area 2. The career path. What's your 5-year plan? When are you getting promoted? These questions are often disguised as small talk, but they feel like interrogations. We feel pressure to explain why we turned down a promotion, why we're freelancing, or why we're staying in a low-level job we actually enjoy. But here's the rule. Stop mapping out your future for people who aren't paying your bills. External validation is a moving target. If you explain your career path to someone who values status and you value freedom, you will never reach an understanding. You'll just end up feeling like a failure in their eyes. Let them be confused. You'll see where you end up when you get there. Area 3. How I spend my money. Money is the ultimate trigger for unsolicited opinions. People will judge you for splurging on a hobby and judge you for being cheap on a car. I stopped explaining why I bought the expensive headphones or why I'm still driving a 2012 sedan while making good money. Value is subjective. If you save money on things that don't matter to you, so you can spend it on things that do, that is called financial intelligence, not something that requires an apology. Area 4. Why I cut people off. This is perhaps the hardest one. Society has a strange obsession with longevity over quality in relationships. But you've been friends since 3rd grade. If someone is toxic, disrespectful, or draining, the length of the history doesn't matter. I stopped giving a breakdown of why I removed someone from my life. Why? Because people who weren't there for the disrespect don't get a vote on your boundaries. Area 5. Relationship choices. Everyone has an opinion on your love life like they have to live it. They don't. You do. Whether you're choosing to be single, choosing to stay in a relationship others don't understand, or dating someone unconventional, stop defending it. When you defend your status, you're suggesting that their approval makes your relationship more or less valid. It doesn't. Area 6. Why I said no. We are a generation of performative busyness. We feel like, I just don't want to, isn't a valid reason. So we lie. We make up prior commitments. But no is a complete sentence. You don't need an excuse worthy of approval. If you spend your life only saying no when you have a valid excuse, you will eventually burn out because you've never learned to prioritize your own rest. Area 7. My goals and dreams. Finally, I stopped telling everyone what I'm working toward. When you share a dream too early, you expose it to devil's advocates. They think they're being helpful by pointing out risks, but usually they're just projecting their own fears onto you. Don't share the plan. Share the results. Let the work speak for itself. Conclusion. The freedom of silence. The less you explain, the more you realize that most people aren't actually looking for an answer. They're looking for an opening to influence you. When you stop giving them that opening, you reclaim your time, your energy, and your identity. Start today. Next time someone asks for a justification you don't want to give, try a simple, "That's just what works for me," and leave it at that. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to like the video and subscribe Wisdom Hack for more amazing and knowledgeable book summaries. Share this video with your friends and family. Keep listening, keep growing.